So kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Lloyd and my nickname is Lloyd D.
Okay. So what is the story that you're going to tell us?
It is Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator.
Okay.
Oh, what the?
So what is Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator all about?
It's like great adventure with the glass elevator, and it is much fun than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And did you know that the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came in 1930s to 1940s, and this is made from 1990s? Can you imagine that it took 60 to 50 years?
Oh, I see. So can you please tell us about that story?
Okay, first the characters are, of course, the main character is Charlie. Is the Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. And if you see this,
Okay.
this is Charlie who is jumping, and this is Mr. Willy Wonka, and Grandpa Joe, and Mr. and Mrs. Bucket, and Grandma Josephine, and Grandpa George, and Grandma Georgina.
Okay, so what happened in chapter 1?
While they were flying upward in the sky, and alas, why should we go to another? Can you go to another hole? We made it when we were coming up. And Mr. Willy Wonka said, 2 holes are better than 1. That made no sense. And Grandma Josephine asked, what keeps this elevator up in the sky? And I said, skyhooks. Like this is an elevator going like skyhooks, and here's the sky, and
Okay.
like fishing.
Okay, next. What happened?
And then they went to the space, and we had to get down because if we go too far and something bad will happen, you find it later. And did you know what happened? Actually, the Mr. Willy Wonka had a timing to put the green button.
Okay.
And then Grandma Josephine grabbed Mr. Wonka so they can. And then Charlie finally pushed the button, and actually it was too late. They were flying. Did you know why they fly? Well, in the space that the Earth is too old, the gravity will disappear, so it will explode too. Anyway, in galaxy there is a Earth can pull gravity still, but if you go too far you can just fly. So you had to just push the green button when you were space, the part of the space that Earth can pull the gravity.
Okay, then what happened to Grandma Josephine?
They were all of them were floating, and Charlie and
Oh, I
Grandpa
see.
Joe were flying because I mean flying funny, like flying and like that.
Flying.
Anyway, because they got the grandparents get out of bed at last, and
Okay.
in the chapter 2, the USA Space Hotel. They launched the Space Hotel. They launched the Space Hotel up into the space. And then the computer kept on to go in the first place. See, here, 3 astronauts. And then they saw the bright glass over the manhood, and they thought they were Russians, but the president said they're really tough astronauts who don't need space, and they're going to take the bomb to the space hotel and destroy it. But actually, in there, the Great Glass Elevator, they're controlling the elevator, but the problem is Charlie cannot go up. So Mr. Wonka teach you how to get up with your breath, though, like that. So they were going up, then they were playing like that, all of them, and finally they got tired and they went into the space hotel. And did you know how big space hotel was? You cannot believe it. It is like, it's so big. Well, I cannot believe the USADC launched it, but you cannot believe that either. Because if you see, this is the great glass elevator. See? Okay, I'll just get closer. See? This is a great glass elevator, and this is the great space hotel. It got all kinds of things like swimming pools, a gravity machine. Oh, it's really luxurious, isn't it? So anyway, the president. Anyway, the president was actually telephoning to all the Russians and Chinese, but they said it's not me. And then the 3 astronauts said they took the bomb with them, and the president was so surprised that like this, and then like getting his breath into his mouth like like the penguin like gobbled everything. But then he swallowed fly that coming there. And then he made a fly trap. Well, it is really stupid to think about it. First, he thought that fly climbs up the ladder, and then he saw the sugar. Aha! And then he ate it, but the hammer came down, but fly avoided it. Haha! How smart I am! And he'll go down. But one of the ladder is actually really weak. So it actually break. So if you go down, it will fall because of the break ladder and break his neck, but like a fly, So that's why the president fly trap is stupid. And president said, get 100 billion things. These fly traps are near. Well, you know that like some guy like in the news, like this guy made a bad thing, like ding ding ding, nor. Well, in there they draw the string way, like here's some kind of stick, and here's a chicken nugget and another chicken nugget, and like balancing like this. Here's billions of chicken nugget in here and balancing. They're trying balancing, but they're falling off.
Then what happened next?
Well, they went to Space Hotel and they became silent because Mr. Wonka right on the clock were like, and then hold it up, like seeing, like everyone want to eat food. There is like that, and then they saw repeat, who are you? Who are you? They keep asking, and then Mr. Willy Wonka said the really strange word, and then they thought they were aliens, so they said to invite them to the White House, and Mr. William Wonka said we can't go because if they know we're tricked, they'll kill us. So they didn't go, and then Grandma Josephine actually screamed because there's a permission need, and there was a 5 elevator at the Space Hotel. Elevators at the Space Hotel, and did you know how the needs like where's the okay in here. The eyes are big and thick up in there, and there's one each elevator, so there are 5, and they spelled scram. So they were Mr. Wonka, scram, get out of here quick. Well, Charlie said, what did they spell scram, and who are they? They are neats. They can make any form that eat people. And said, what did they say scram? Because they show up that scram is the only word they know. Well, like they said scram. That means hello. Scram. Give me some money, like that. Anyway, they are getting out of there, and there's one attack. The really biggest need actually attacked the attack the elevator, but Mr. Wonka said elevator is completely proof, waterproof, fireproof, bomb-proof, and meat-proofs. And then it hit and bounced off. Well, and they said the needs are actually shooting stars are shooting needs like needs trying to go like that. But did you know that in Earth, if it's too fast, the fire will come all over your face like that, and they'll burn. So it's they're shooting needs and going back to space, but they're burned. Well, they're going to, and then they attack the computer capsule, and 100 people like a chip of like soldiers like that, and billions of people except 3 astronauts was alive, and then actually Need actually attacked the computer capsule, and they destroyed the camera and the speaker. So the elevator dragged the computer capsule in there, and it's the steel, and they made them like a rope, with metal rope, and then this like this connection like this. And then they swung back to Earth and to the planet Burmese like this. But they connect to Earth like Earth connected, and here's a great glass ever connected. Like deep clean. And then, well, Mr. Wonka, I admit this is the first problem that I can solve in my life. And then they tried, and they crashed down to the Earth, and they're going to eat us. And then Mr. Wonka, I don't think so. Did you know what happened to me when they're high speed at the Earth? They will burn like a toast. So there was really many shooting stars, and they really burned, and they crashed to the chocolate factory. Of course, they went back to home, those 3 astronauts. Well, they crashed, and they saw and the grandparents, we're never gonna get out of this bed now. And then the Wonka bun is really rare because, anyway, it's really rare. You need 100 of ingredients to make one, and it's too rare. It makes it 20 years younger, and they took it, but they're fighting over it, and Mr. William was really sad, and they took 40, 16, and did you know what happened? They got baby, like that. Anyway, Grandma Josephine was 6 months old because she was 80 and 6 months old, and Grandpa George is actually 81, so he's a 1-year-old bouncing baby. But Grandma Georgina actually disappeared because she's only 78. So she's -2, and they went to the minus land, and she was like crying because the minus symbol looked like a minus, and they prayed with the Vital Wonk. It's like opposite of the Vital Wonka. Let's continue tomorrow or in the next video.